I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this back palm card switch. Every single tutorial that I talk about will be linked in the description below, so you guys can check all those things out. I have already taught the back palm, which is just the move of making it go behind your hand and back. I've also taught the front to back card palm, so it goes behind your hand and then you can show both sides cleanly and then produce it that it's more clean and you can show both. And I'll have a playlist of both of those and all of their linked in the description below, so you can check out both of those. And let's get into the tutorial. So I'm going to go through that entire performance so you know how to do every single move. First, what I did was I just did a draw control. First, you just need to have any card selected, so I just had it dribbled just like so, and I can teach that dribble. I've already taught it, so I'll link it above and below. And I just use the same one that I use for the anaconda. So I then do the draw control. So very basically, I push over a card to have it look like I'm going to show them this one, but then I take the second card and I push that out, so I'm actually showing them this one, and then I put it back in. So then I take it, put it in a one-handed fan, which I have a tutorial for as well, and then I bury it in the middle. So now their card is on top. So your card is now on top of the deck. You can check out that tutorial, but for now you want to know how to do the rest of this. So 3 of hearts is on top of the deck, and what you're going to do now is a double lift. Plain and simple. I like to do a push-off double lift because I find it to be easier. So a way to do that, although I do have a strike double lift tutorial, I will be coming out with a push-off, but for very basics, you can do a count with either your thumb or your pinky, and whichever way, convert it to your ring finger, and then apply pressure between your ring and thumb, and push over. Then grab it, and when you flip it over, what I like to do is have it a little bit forward, a little bit off the front, and have it in-jogged like this. So once it's out-jogged off the front, I then can pull down with my index finger to catch a break, and then I can do it one more time. So I pull up, catch my break, push off, and flip. So at this point, now they see that first their card was buried, and now it's not on top either. So now you just push off the top card, which is their card. You just push that off. Try to do it the same way that you did the double lift. And now you get into your back palm. So again, I've done a tutorial on it, but I will teach you right here because I want you guys to get the best for what you guys came here for. So you're going to hold it between your thumb and 4 fingers in the back. Now you're going to wave it 3 times. On the first one, you're not going to do anything. On the second one, you're going to convert to the grip that you're going to need, which is placing the card in between your index and pinky, and in between the first and second knuckles. And then your middle and ring will be curled underneath on the back side. So it'll look like this. Now, after this, on the third time, so we're 1, on number 2 we're going to come up, and on number 3 you're just going to extend your middle and ring fingers and close down with your index and pinky. That way it's now behind your hand. Now you sometimes will have it sticking out a little bit in the front, just like that. So the way to cover that up is to just wave your hand, and then it's much harder to see if you do get any flash. And if you don't, fantastic, and you probably have bigger hands than me. So you have the card now behind your hand, and then to produce it, you're going to bring your hands back down, grab it with your thumb, and extend all of your fingers. And that will make it look like you just produced it out of thin air. Now what I usually like to do, so I'm here and then I bring it out. I then take it with my middle finger and push it up. So I'm not only holding it between either those two or these two, either thumb and middle, thumb and index, or thumb and middle and index. So it's 1, 2, 3, wave, produce. And I like to do it just like that in that flow. Clearly you want to do it a little bit faster, but that is how that works. Now another thing you can do for a little bit of proofing for when you're doing your double lift, when you're showing them it's not on top, if you just want to be a little bit extra, so you've done your double lift, you can do instant replay, flick it back up to yourself. So normally 2 cards wouldn't stick together like that, but clearly they do. So I have taught instant replay here on the channel. It's a great way to finish your cardistry move. So you're here, and then boom, you use instant replay. But now you can use it for a double lift to extra prove it if someone thinks that you have 2 cards when you actually do. So I'll leave the instant replay tutorial above and below as well. And if you want to pick up this deck of playing cards, the Blue Artifice, it's usually $7.99, but I have a discount code for 15% off down in the description, so you guys can check it out on all cards. But if you want to get these, that's why I use them, so that you guys can pick them up for even cheaper. So the whole store is 15% off down in the description below, so make sure to check that out. And if you guys did like this tutorial, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified when new tutorials and deck reviews and giveaways come out. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.